Hey everybody, this is ownijpancakes, and we're back again with another part of our Mass Effect Let's Play. So in this episode, last episode we finished recruiting the last party member, so we're gonna go around and talk to everybody, and then I think we're probably gonna do some side quests and stuff like that. So for now, let's go find all of our teammates. Yes, this way. Maybe we can go talk to Joker real quick first. Oh, Codex. Codex over here too. Codex. 48 XP. Need the XP.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Sure you want a medal?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
True story.
Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably
fun.
make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No
7
medal's worth
weeks.
that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Ship status.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she
I
everything
think
they
you're
said
just
she'd
gonna
be?
say the same shit.
She's the best ship in the fleet.
you're gonna
Balance
say,
isn't what you
yeah.
expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive
Okay,
pull we got stuffed
alright,
in.
we got-
The Normandy's
I
probably too
okay.
much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
I have to go. Oh, gunnery station. Sweet. 24 more XPs. Okay, so now we'll go talk to the people that actually have new stuff to say. Joker's got a lot more dialogue going on in Game 2 and Game 3 because I think people, they realized that people enjoy Joker. He's very funny. Seth Green and whatnot. Alright, let's go talk to Caden. What's up, Caden?
Anything you need, Commander?
Anything personal input stuff?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Just speak your mind, man.
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
Yeah.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This serum
All
is
of
looking
this.
for records on some kind of galactic extinction.
Yeah.
But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Yeah, well, the council is kind of like every other political institution. They only do stuff when they need to. I hear
The
ya.
council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming.
No.
Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
That's alright, dude. The council pisses everyone off.
tell me about it.
Yeah, tell me about Bot.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
Yeah.
There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb.
Huh.
Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Yeah, that's, yeah, you quote-unquote accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals.
Yeah.
Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Intentionally, yeah. What are you thinking about these intentional exposures? Did Conatix do that?
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Yeah. It does seem a little bit fishy, especially once we realized how powerful biotics were. I can't imagine that they wouldn't try to create more. What about Jump Zero?
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right?
Gagarin
What's
Station.
it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Interesting. Do you have any friends?
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical. Giggity, giggity.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway.
Fair enough.
There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful. But not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Did you love her?
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
It sounds pretty rough. I'm surprised that, given the fact that Shepard is potentially a biotic, that he had nothing to do with any of this either. Like if he was an adept, it seems like he would know all about this stuff. And even me as a Sentinel or a Vanguard, it's kind of strange. Sounds rough. Go on.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
You can talk to me about anything, buddy.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
That's good. Oh man, you made me level up. Thanks, Caden Alenko. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask you about the other stuff too, but I'm gonna level up for. Oh, I got 8 points. I remember that. I had a bunch of points left over. Let's just get Master Sabotage, and then we'll get lift, and advanced throw, and lift. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're looking pretty good here. I want to get up to marksman as well, and then I should probably work on Spectre training. The only thing about Unity in this game is that your teammates are, they can be useful in certain situations, like using their powers and whatnot, but I feel like they're not quite as smart in this game. Like, they don't do quite as much damage as they do in the later games, so, something to keep in mind. Okay.
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni.
Yes, Dr. Tassoni.
Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
If you like the bookish sort.
Do you? I do. I do like the bookish sort.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds.
Only by a few seconds. That's a good one. Alright.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Good talking to you. Good talking to you. Shepard's locker. Ooh, he had some guns in there. Why would you have assault rifles? You can't even use an assault rifle, Shepard. God damn it. Have a badass pistol. Alright, there's Chakwas. We already talked to her. So we'll go in here and talk to Tassoni. Liara Tassoni.
Commander.
Yes?
Are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried about you.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's pretty good at doing stuff.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
She does.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Don't even worry
I'm just
about
glad
it.
we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know. I don't think you're not involved with Saren, so it's all good.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
Yeah.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Let's see here. Let's talk to... I just want to know more about Benezia real quick.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
You sound troubled by this.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
What can you tell me about Asari culture?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
Yes.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were
Interesting.
instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes.
It's always a good thing.
My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole.
I believe that's
Although
true.
we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Well, especially since you're all women, I'm sure that's difficult. Rumors.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are
Very
centered
well.
around our mating rituals.
Yeah.
My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting! No, it's... How's that possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved,
Huh.
but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection
Seems
is
very
mental.
strange.
Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Who's your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You don't know? Yeah, I mean, obviously they can do that because their species didn't die out prior to meeting other aliens. You don't know who it was?
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species.
Weird.
Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold.
Yeah.
I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people.
It's very
It is possible
different.
Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
That's interesting because it seems like, you know, with most other species that would be different. Like, you know, if a human and a Krogan got together or something, you know, the offspring would probably be more shunned. Whereas if an Asari and a Krogan got together, it would be a better offspring than just one by two Asari. So that's interesting. You don't know that.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't.
Yeah.
Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
Maybe.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
How do they deal with that?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions.
It's a good
We do
idea.
not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye. Alright. Off we go. Now we'll go down the elevator and talk to all the people that are in the other room. I don't think I've actually been there yet, this LP. So you'll get to see it for the first time. Garrus, Rex, Ashley, and then Tali's in a different section. But they're all down in this section of the ship. And also the Mako. Get to look at the Mako in all its glory. So there it is, the Mako. And then there's the Alliance Requisitions Officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Pay you? Why would I have to pay you on my own ship?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Talk to me about these licenses.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands.
Okay.
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Interesting.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless.
Okey-dokey.
And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can.
Probably not the place
Check
we
back
just
often.
were.
I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Alright, let's
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright. So, this is expensive. Metagel upgrade. I think I'll buy that. That's not better than mine. Assault rifle. Either pistols, light armor human, Scorpion 4. It's better than mine, but that would be like all my money. Let's see if we can sell him some stuff. First off, medium armor Turian. I'll keep that because I think that he can use Garrus can use medium armor at some point. Oh, these are higher level stuff. I want to sell the low level stuff first. Anti-personnel rounds. I'll keep like one of these. I'll keep like one of everything, but I'll sell the rest. Hammerhead rounds. Phasic. Radioactive. Shield regenerator. Toxic seals. This is shitty. Okay. Light armor Turian. That might be better for Garrus. Keep it around. I think I can actually, yeah, here. I'm gonna go equip everybody and then I'll sell everything left over. Okay, I'm pretty sure can only use pistols. Yeah, she doesn't have any better pistols right now. I should have kept that other one. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, she can use human armor too, so let's see here. Don't have anything. Okay. Tali the shotgun. Shotgun. You got a shotgun. Yeah, you can keep that. I think I actually might take Caden's pistol. I can't though. Never mind. I was gonna say I would take Caden's pistol, but I can't actually equip anybody else with any other pistols. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Ashley Garrus. That's better than yours. Okay. And how about this medium? Oh, that's way better than his. We'll keep it around. Pretty sure that's not better than Rex's other armor, so we'll sell that, and then I'm gonna give Ashley this other medium armor. Yeah. Okay. Now we can sell all of this other stuff. I'm not gonna worry too much about the weapon mods right now. We'll find more of those. I can expect this though. Alright, so let's sell the rest of the
Looking for
gear
supplies?
that we have. Yes.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
And then I might buy... keep that medium Turian armor. And I want to sell this Krogan armor. Do I want to buy this? Nah. I'll wait. Okay, let's talk to Garrus.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like.
They're awesome.
Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's probably... yeah, no, you're probably right.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do.
Well,
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
that was your reason for leaving?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
Yeah.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Well, that depends. You gotta listen to what I say.
If getting the job done means
Yeah.
endangering innocent people,
No,
then
don't
no.
endanger innocent
We get the job done right,
people.
not fast.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Sometimes you gotta put Garrus in his place, you know. You know how it is. Alright, let's talk to Ashley.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Sure.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm
Garrus
concerned
are
about
being
the
all
aliens,
racist
Vicarian and Rex.
stuff.
With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Because they're aliens?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy.
You bitch.
I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You're out of line.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Sir! No, sir. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Yeah, that's right. Don't be racist.
Commander?
How do you think we're doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Well, not everybody talks to their family. I believe her.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
No.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Not being racist?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get
Alright,
my duties
fine.
squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Alright.
Dismissed, Chief.
Get out of here.
Sir.
Sir. You. Alright, Rex.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's going on, dude?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
None.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on, dude. Don't be an
You
ass.
Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
That's not what I wanted to
Well,
say.
there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
That's not good.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
No, not exactly.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it isn't.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
Not.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
Shepard putting his foot in his
An
mouth.
infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Yeah.
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I see your point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
Nope.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I won't, dude. I won't.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Jeez, man.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
So what about the genophage?
What can you tell me about the
Because
genophage?
apparently I didn't know about it.
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
Yeesh.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why would they do that?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
Yeah, why did the Krogan do
When was
that?
the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
I haven't seen very many Krogan.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
I suppose
It's
so.
just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
What about, are your species going extinct?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
Yeah.
But they go to colonize new worlds.
Yeah.
We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Alright. I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
It's a sad, sad story for the Krogan. Alright, let's go talk to Tali. Hey, Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before.
Yeah,
I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
it's pretty impressive.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Well, this ship's a special type of ship. Or something. I think humans developed it with the Terrians or something like that.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
Pretty
I have to thank
serendipitous.
you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
So you're into ships?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource.
Interesting.
But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Wow, that was 300 years ago, wasn't it?
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
That's crazy.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly.
Mostly.
We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel.
Yeah.
But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Interesting. I'd like to know more about Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla,
Wow.
and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what exactly?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
Yeah.
Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
What's the Conclave?
That's your government.
Yeah, the government?
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government.
Okay.
Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole.
Cool.
On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So you're democratic. I'm actually recording this on the 4th of July, so it's very timely.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Interesting.
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. What about the Geth?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me about that.
Interesting.
I'd like to know about that from a
The
Quarian
Geth were
perspective.
originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI.
Yeah.
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Isn't AI research illegal?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought.
Yeah.
But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
What's this neural network?
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
Like a hive mind.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that.
Oh.
They cannot share sensory data or information.
Okay.
Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. Operates on a process-based level. When they're in close proximity, it's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. Low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
I don't want to sound stupid, so I'm just gonna say why they turn on you.
Intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
That's never a good thing when a computer starts saying that.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient
I
Geth
can
would
imagine.
rebel
What happened
against their
next?
situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
I mean,
We had no other
they
choice.
only defended
The
themselves.
Geth were already on the... By acting quickly, we had a verge of revolution. The hope was that most of the Geth would still chance to end the war before it began. Be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. The war was long and bloody, but they had progressed much further than anyone had died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, for a way to reclaim what was once ours. Exile, searching.
Now, let's talk about the pilgrimage once they're here. Interesting. I'm not going to talk about the pilgrimage right now. Well, actually,
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. But no ship wants to accept to maintain genetic diversity among
did we already talk about this?
To prove our
To you, the beginning. Yeah.
who will be a burden on them. So, worth we embark on a pilgrimage. The only return. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. Once we have found something of value, we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join.
Talk about something else.
If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
I want to talk.
Goodbye. I want to talk about something else, like how I should leave. Alright, well, that was interesting. I feel like that Geth story
Hey, Commander,
is very...
you know that
I want to talk to
Quarian
Engineer
Tally?
Adams. The Geth
She's
story
been
is
spending all her
pretty cool.
time down here asking me about our engines.
Engineer Adams.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
Bothering you, sir?
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do.
Useful.
She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.